What's going on, guys? My name is Matt. I'm going to help you automate your fitness business. Now, today I'm going to be going over a video on GoHighLevel and if you should be using it as a fitness coach in 2025. Now, I'm going to go over the pros and cons of the platform and give you my experience based on, the clients that I work with and the thousands, tens of thousands of clients they work with. So let's just jump right in and talk about what GoHighLevel is really quickly if you haven't already used it once before, or if you're a GoHighLevel user and you're wondering if you should stick around into 2025. So GoHighLevel is a multi-tool platform that encompasses your sales, marketing, and automation needs. There are other features like the marketplace and the reputation management and memberships and stuff like that. However, I don't really use it too much, so I'm only be really going through what I find super useful in GoHighLevel and really what I think you get the value out of GHL for, and maybe some areas that you may not have thought about. So let's just jump straight in and jump into one of the biggest pros, and I think that's the Unibox. So the Unibox is the conversations tab, the ability to pull all of your conversations into one place and multiple team members be able to access that in one place as well. So if you think about this, in the past, you used to have to, if you say you communicated with your clients via text message, you used to have to pull out your phone, send an SMS, and reply on that phone. It wasn't scalable, and it meant that you have to have like a work phone, or you would have to have a separate device that allowed you to differentiate between personal and work. And good luck trying to get that to a team member or a virtual assistant to try and take over your messaging for you, because you're not going to send them your phone, right? So having the Unibox allows you to collaborate all of your different channels. And if we could have a quick look here, we've got email, SMS, Google Business Profile, but that's not really that big. Live chat for your website, WhatsApp, Facebook, calls, voicemail, and Instagram. So these alone, email, WhatsApp, Instagram, and Facebook, all in the one place, means you don't have to log into 15 different things every single time you want to start replying to clients or prospects, whatever it might be. So I think one of the biggest wins in GoHighLevel is the Unibox. So I'm just going to call it the Conversations tab. It really does help you manage your life a little bit easier and allows you to scale as well. So having your team in here, message people, it's pretty fantastic. So I'm going to go one pro, one con. So let's just let's go a con now. I think GHL can be overwhelming to the new user. You get all of this information on the left-hand side, and I think their onboarding experience doesn't cater to people in a way that it could. So one of the biggest things that I have is when I work with clients, I like to strip this menu bar right back so that you don't have to see, mobile app marketplace, reporting, reputation, media storage, memberships, all that kind of stuff. You don't need to see this as an end user. You only really need to see this as an agency owner. So if you're an agency owner like me, then sure, it's fine. But if your client is just using the conversations and the opportunities, then why would you give them more access to things for them just to get confused on? So one of the biggest cons I find is, I'm going to call it buy-in. So buy-in to use platform is quite high. And every client that I deliver a training pack with. So I train them on this platform to use it, right? Because it's not the most intuitive thing in the world. There are so many different things. And I think there is a lot of fear around GoHighLevel using it as a client, because they don't want to break anything. You do a build in this and, you have these massive automations or whatever. Clients don't want to touch it. So that's a bit of a con. I think a way that they could fix this is by having a more tailored onboarding process to the user. So maybe a simple questionnaire that hides some of these options from the jump that obviously can be changed later, but I think it would be such a beneficial addition to their onboarding for each sub-account and also each agency. So that's a con for GHL, bit hard to use. Let's jump into another pro. So, I've got a hair on my face. Sorry. Another pro for GoHighLevel, as I said, it's multi-tool, right? So you can eliminate needing to use ClickFunnels, Calendly, ManyChat, Active Campaign, and like a monday.com or a Notion, you can bring that all into one place. So for calendars, you've got calendars here. So replace Calendly. For Active Campaign, where you've got your email marketing and your contact storing, you've got that here. Replace Notion or monday.com with opportunities. And you have your sales and your opportunity pipeline here. And what was the last one? Oh, and Zapier and Make, for example, and having the automations tab here. So the ability to do multiple things in one place, and I will pair this with a con in a second, but it gives you so much access for a relatively inexpensive cost. Let's say GoHighLevel cost. What's it? I'm pretty sure it's still $99 for a. They've got a fancy end of year promo. What's this? 3 months of GoHighLevel for $49. Oh, okay, cool. They got a discount right now. So normally $97 a month for just a sub account. So you get lots of access just for this. They're really doing a huge discount. I wish I had this. It'd be so much cheaper for me. Cool. So you have the normal cost of $97, $297, and $497. And it's so, like, if we even just combine Active Campaign, Calendly, and ManyChats, I think $20 a month USD. Calendly, if you have multiple people in it, say you have 3 people in it and you're paying per seat, it's $12, I think, per seat. So, that adds up to $36. So you're already at $50. And then even ClickFunnels, if you wanted a funnel builder, you're at over $100 or $150 for that, I'm pretty sure, per month. So it's so much easier to just pay for one tool and get it all in one place. And if you're able to learn how to use it and make sure it's all connected, your investment is super low. Like a minimum investment for GHL is what? So it's 97 by 12 is 1,164 USD. So that's super affordable for all those platforms. So I'm going to say combined platform costs. So that's a big pro. And I think that's a big pro for a lot of people. And with GHL, I don't know if you know this, but if you sign up under an agency, they have the choice of building the cost of the platform into your initial fee, right? So if I charge someone $5,000 for a build or something like that, I won't charge them for the actual platform. So if you get in under someone else, you just have to pay for the usage, which is pretty darn cool. And then if you ever wanted to leave, you always can. Like, you can just move off to your own platform and you just got to pay for that. So cons. As I said, I have a combined platform cost con. The issue with that is that there is heavy inspiration from all of these different elements in GoHighLevel. Their funnel builder started off looking like a one-for-one clone of ClickFunnels. Their automations looks a little bit like Zapier's old automation builder. Their Their payments are literally just a clone of Stripe. Their opportunities looks like every other CRM. But the issue with this is that they have followed suit of taking inspiration from other platforms that sometimes the negatives of those previous platforms come across as well. So with the funnel builder, for example, it is actually quite confusing if you haven't used a funnel builder before. And if you've used ClickFunnels and then you're coming across to GHL, it's similar but not quite the same, and you will likely get lost looking for things in that you would know where they are in ClickFunnels but not in GHL. Or if you're in if you're in opportunities, for example, and you used to having a Notion CRM where you could customize all the opportunity tab and put different things in there and make it 100% personal to you, you're not going to have as much functionality in here as you might have once previously had. So I think what GHL has done is they've gone really fast with shipping products. So they've got like heaps of these products in here, but sometimes they're not as refined and it's not as clear how to use them as other platforms that are like specific for that one thing. So for example, ClickFunnels is like specific for building funnels. So it's quite intuitive, where the like funnel builder in here sometimes, admittedly, it has gotten better. So I might be being a bit harsh, but for you, like it's a bit harder to use. So I'm going to put that in a con. I'm going to call it the jack of all trades con. So jack of all trades, master of none. However, what it does master is the next Jack 3D of all trade. That's a funny fitness joke. Jack 3D. Then never mind. Just leave it. RIP the good days. Okay, so then my next pro is specifically for fitness coaches. Now, it is and it isn't specifically. As a fitness coach, you come from a background of usually very low running costs, like business running costs. So a lot of people start out in a gym. A lot of people start out as like, you work at the gym and you don't have to pay rent, or you pay a very small amount of rent. You pay, I don't know, $100 a week, $200 a week, $300 a week. That's a bit higher. But if you're paying rent to that gym, or you just pay a portion of your clients per back to the owner of the gym, whatever setup you have. GHL being cheap allows you to continue with that mindset of staying lean. And the ability to stay lean in business is so important, because you don't have these massive rampant costs that a B2B business will have. So B2B, business to business, B2C, brick and mortar business would have. So if you have a gym, for example, you've got property taxes, you've got rent, you've got location fees, or some like rates, what do you call it? Water, electricity, gas, if you have heating, like all of these things that you have to pay for. GHL literally is the fact that it is so cheap. So this is kind of combined platform cost still, but I wanted to stress how important it is. It allows you to stay lean when you enter the online world. So if you're an online coach, or if you've been an online coach for a while and you notice that like your platform costs are super high, I really am just piggybacking on this one. So I won't add an extra one for this, but I'll go into another pro after it. But it allows you to keep your running costs super low. And that's something that a lot of, especially personal trainers, begin with, that they, only really have one major expense, and that's rent. And the rest of the time you're just trading time for money. However, it allows you to stay super lean, which is pretty damn cool. So let's jump into a specific the pro, and that's the automation. With automation, this is kind of like the first dose that people get through, like, apart from like Zapier or a Make or something like that, right? It's the first dose of like taking a human task and making it run by itself. Now, obviously, I've got a big background in development and software, and working around people developing software. So I understand a lot of these concepts. If this, then that, like all of that kind of stuff. However, a lot of people don't. And coming into this space and seeing, I can like set up a birthday reminder for my clients, which I used to do in a notebook, and send them a SMS with a discount code for their birthday, puts them in discount code. It puts them in contention with the same automations that a massive business like Australia one of the big ones is Boost Juice, which on your birthday you get a free juice, and that's very popular. However, smaller businesses don't run that. Jim's Florist down the road doesn't have a birthday reminder where you get a free bouquet of flowers, which is a great idea, by the way. If you sign up to their membership or whatever, your ability to then do this and deploy this into your business means that you can do things without actually having to do them, right? And it just adds so much value and gives you so much opportunity that you didn't have before. And, even if it's like taking your leads from a type form and then moving them into GoHighLevel and then sending them an SMS saying, thanks for your inquiry. Even if it's going to say, I'm going to reach out to you within the next 24 hours, and you call them through GHL, you like half the hard part is already done. And that's the exhaustive part of online coaching is like following up with leads and getting leads into your CRM and actually tracking them and whatever. If that happens without you having to do it, like you can focus on higher leverage activities, which is making content, making new ads, speaking to clients, coaching clients, getting clients actually really good results. All of the stuff that you should be focusing on as a coach is like the rest of the stuff is taken care of. So automations as a whole is a big one. And it's just, there's so much opportunity in this. And then not even to talk about AI, but the fact that you can do this is just insane to me. Like we live in such a cool era. Our next con of GHL, I'm gonna have to think of something here. Okay. Payments in GHL. As I kind of said before, it is just a wrapper for Stripe. It is getting better, but right now it's still pretty confusing. Like you've got invoices, you've got payment links, you've got products. Like it is not clear on how to start using this. Like if you go to create an invoice, which is the first thing you would assume you would do here, you need to go through and create a product first. Because if you don't have a product, you can't sell it on an invoice, and you can't just put a custom amount, I'm pretty sure, in an invoice. So like it's not super clear on that. And setting up subscriptions on here is also not super clear. So if you go products, that's fine. So the reason I say subscriptions is a lot of coaches charge week by week. Sorry, I went in the wrong one. And if you are charging week by week, you obviously want to bill week by week. So the way that we do pricing here, you have to go into reoccurring, say it's $100 a week, and you set your billing period to weekly. You can have a trial and number of payments. You leave that blank and it will just keep going reoccurring, and you can have your setup fee as well. So 149, for example. This is pretty good. Like it is good, don't get me wrong, but it's not clear on how to use it. So if we save, so fitness coaching 25, cool. If we save this, and I'll show you how you can put it in a product link so you can send it to a client, right? Create new payment link. You would then select fitness coaching 25. You can collect customer details, all this kind of stuff. We'll just delete that for a second. And then they have a pay option. So the initial payment is $249, and then the reoccurring is $100 a week. Which, you know, it's not bad once you know how to do it, but getting to that step can be confusing, especially if you're a new user. So I'm going to say a con is unclear payments. Cool. Payments. You can see a lot of my cons with GHL around training of use of the platform. So there seems to be a common denominator here. I reckon I'm going to go one more pro and one more con. And the pro that I'm going to jump into, what's the biggest pro? What is this? Location dashboard, boost your business, enhance your online presence. That's an error if I've ever seen one. Our final pro is going to be, I want to just say it's the shift, right? So it's a kind of a combination of all these and what I just spoke about, but it's the shift of being, you know, a Gmail and Apple Notes coach where you keep everything in Apple Notes and you communicate with people via Gmail, to becoming a business that runs in the cloud. And it transitions you from being, you know, a person without any systems to someone who, so can I draw little arrows? Yeah, I can. All right, cool. I want a fat arrow. It doesn't matter. So it takes you from being, we're going to do it over here. So from being no systems to actually having systems. And systems are this elusive thing that people say you need, having systems. But really what they mean is, do you have anything that will run with your business when you're away, right? And you're not able to work. Because if you're not able to work, who's taking care of lead flow? Who's taking care of building a new website? Who's taking care of the conversations when you're gone, right? So if you have, you know, none of these, then how are you meant to actually run if you're not actually working? And that's super bad for if you ever wanted to sell your business. No one's going to buy it if you are just the genius with many hands and you take care of everything. But if you have these, you actually can sell the business. Now, you can sell an online coaching business for sure. Like, obviously, it takes a lot to transition you out of the figurehead role, but you can sell it. And if you have these systems and you say, this is a clearly documented process that we have for onboarding, and this is a clearly documented process we have for sales, people are going to be interested in that because they don't have to go through and set it all up themselves. So these things here, these elusive things, is what GHL actually gives you for the first time. On the other side of this, like having no systems and building the actual system itself, it takes a lot of time. Like, these builds aren't quick. Like, you look at this and you think, oh, I could set this up in a day. Maybe you could. Maybe you've been using it for 2 years. But it's just not exactly the easiest thing to jump in and do. Like, it becomes super unclear. And that's why there's professionals like me who actually set this up for people. So, like, I'm not going to write building the system is a con, but it is. Like, it's hard to do, and it's hard to understand what actually is going to help your business rather than hinder the business. So these cons of those last two that I'm not going to fill in are literally just like, it's time consuming and it's difficult to know what you should actually do. So it's kind of like coaching. Like, you could go into a gym and just stare at the gym equipment all day and not know how to use it. Or you could get a PT, or like someone like yourself, and you know how much quicker someone's going to progress if they're using you versus not using you. So anyway, if you wanted to learn on how to do all this, you can go to my school community, which is still free, by the way. I think I might change that. I might change it and then like give away some lead magnets instead of giving away the whole community for free. So if you wanted to do that, then fantastic. If you don't want to do it yourself and you want to pay someone to do it, my website's in the bio as well. We can get you a build up and running, but have a fantastic 29th of December, and I will speak to you guys soon.